My name is Simbongile G, and last time we were covering the topic of fundamentals which actually block us from achieving our goals and how to avoid such fundamentals. So basically today we'll be covering more on the purpose, knowing yourself and understanding your purpose. Because of the reason for this topic today, I've discovered, or I've seen a lot of people, they end up being in a confusion of ubomi, and then like now they don't know what to do, what tools to do, and where to get their own path or journey in life. And then like sometimes they end up, or we end up making mistake in a way of like we mix what we don't need because of the crowd and availability of it. So today I would love to basically like dwell or talk more on those things. And most question, or I'll say a question will be, how do you find your purpose in life? Do you go get it somewhere? Are you born with it or something? Actually it's a simple thing, or it's a simple statement in a way of, if for example you want to know, maybe let's say Martha, like for example, or you want to know someone, whomever in your life, you get to spend time with those people, with that person, for example. And then if you spend time with them, that's whereby you'll be able to discover or to know what they like, what they don't like. And from there you'll be able to know that person more and more. The more you spend time with them, the more you'll be able to know them, who they are, what they love, and how do they show love, and how they act in a certain manner, because in different circumstances. So meaning that's where most of us we lack on. We don't have time for ourselves, and we don't spend time on ourselves, and we end up like not even knowing what we like more, and not even understanding the purpose of our life, the purpose in empilweni zethu, because of like now we're not sure. Sometimes if you check it in a business perspective, people like will, when you ask them what's your purpose in life, they'll be, no, okay, I'm cooking food, and I sell food. That's my purpose. So when the oil is not there, or the ingredients of you cooking the food are not there, what are you going to do? So meaning the purpose is not there. It's there's no purpose, there's nothing. And when with that point, meaning we end up not understanding and ourselves, and meaning we don't know our purpose exactly. And then like now we live, and we most of the times we end up prioritizing what's not meant to be prioritized, and we're not aware of such things. So basically I would say to you, give yourself some time, sit down and give yourself some time, spend more times to yourself. Don't just wake up and just vroom, you take your phone and then you check the messages or something, and and sometimes most people will say, I spend my time by walking my dog, for example, or I spend my time while driving the car and stuff. You actually don't, that's not like you spending your time. It's just like you walking, that's at that moment it's just you walking your dog. There's nothing of you communicating with your own self. You just walking your dog. And when you're driving, you just drive a car, because of when you drive a car, you have to focus on the car, not to bump somewhere, not to exceed maybe a speed limit or something. So you see that there's a limit at that point. And also we end up mixing what you, and sometimes we end up mixing what you don't need because of the crowd and availability of it. So what I mean about this statement, it's that most of the times we end up going after izinto which are they are not meant for us, or they will not help us, meaning we end up going after tools. For example, you want to build a table, would you go get a bag of cement because of you want to build a table? The answer will be no. So sometimes we get up or caught up in a cycle of we just take any tool and then we use that tool, and then as time goes by we end up being confused, being in a cycle whereby we are confused what to do, what to use, and then we end up being lost, and then you'll end up going after wrong things, meaning after you'll end up like feeling like let me try this course, and then when you go after that course you see that it does not work for me, and then you try another course, it does not work for me. So meaning you'll end up being lost, and then like which path you must follow, and it's very important to figure out your purpose in life. And you'll be lost. You do one, you won't know which path to take. Two, you won't know the tools to use. You'll just use any tool and you'll end up being confused in your life. You understand? And sometimes we must give ourselves some time. For example, early morning routine. Build an early morning routine whereby, for example, when you wake up, you make sure you wake up, when you wake up, you don't just grab your phone. You wake up, you wash your face, go outside, breathe in and out, focus on the nature, hear the nature's call, meditate, pray if you pray, take a walk alone, give yourself that space. 2 minutes of your time won't kill anyone. Giving yourself that time, and then just focus on yourself just for 2 minutes each and every morning. Don't take your phone, don't switch your phone on, just wake up and then just lie down or take a walk, meditate, take a bath, just alone. Because of sometimes we just, when we wake up, we don't give ourselves some time, and then sometimes you even forgot who you are because we basically focus more and more on a certain things which they don't build us. Not really they don't, but our souls and our minds, they don't get rest at all. And you will not love to be that person when you die. You'll be like, you feel tired, and when you ask you, did you enjoy your life, you'll be like, not really, but I achieved some stuff, but you didn't enjoy your life in a way. And sometimes when you build those morning routines, they will build a pattern, and then when they build a pattern, it will come to our minds, and then like now it will end up being a habit to us. And then the more you practice something, the better you become good in it. So in the short terms, give yourself some time and practice more and more on giving yourself time, and that way you'll be able to find out your purpose in life, not only on work but also in your own. Thank you. That's it for the day, and please follow me on LinkedIn and on Facebook. Share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.